choosing the right ideas that you want to continue for sustainability initiatives is a bit like in gardening. You have to select the right ideas which do well at the right time in the right climate. You need to get ideas from different people in different locations, different backgrounds, and then together with the team, you need to select the ideas that will do best for your business. And how do you collect the ideas? Well, as I said, it's important to involve everyone with different backgrounds. So you need also different methods to reach those people. For some of them, you might reach them in a meeting, might be a management meeting, but others, especially those in production, you might not even reach by an email. You need to have some posters to involve them. You need to have direct meetings maybe with them, but it's incredibly important to involve all those people. You won't get the span of ideas if you only involve management. And I got in the past fantastic ideas from people working in production because they see those possibilities every day. They see where there's potential for improvements. And these are really useful ideas. They are experts in their field. And that's why it is important not only collecting the ideas and continuing with it, but to keeping those experts involved. So you have sort of ownership of the ideas, people that can then help to drive the ideas or even drive them totally alone without your intervention. But let's say now you've got your idea selected, then you do some more research. You look at it and see, is it suitable for the current moment? Is it suitable for the time? And is it providing the opportunities that you want to have? And that will leave you with a core selection of the initiatives that you want to drive first. And then you might have some initiatives that you want to drive later in time. So you can have a different time planning for all of those. And also very important is to have responsible people for each of the ideas, for each of the initiatives that you want to drive. And now keeping it with the seeds and seeding process, you want to grow your ideas. And therefore you need to provide them an environment they can drive in. And for seeds, of course, this will be soil. Today I'm going to seed some of the seeds and to let it grow. Like for your initiatives, it's very important to care for the seeds. You will not just plant it here and leave it to whatever they do. No, you need to care, you need to tend them, you need to continuously support them. Just as important as having responsibilities for each of the initiatives, for each of the ideas, it's also important to monitor everything. You need to keep track on what's going on, how each initiative is developing. I used to have some calls with all the responsibles for each of the initiatives, and I would check in with them whether everything is going according to plan, how could I support them, how could they deliver some data that I needed for reporting, for example, for reporting the sustainability. And so we had these regular catch-up meetings, mostly 15 minutes, 20-minute calls, just very informal, but to keep track of everything. You need to be aware of what's happening and how it is happening. And they need to be aware about the greater picture. So having these one-on-one catch-up calls helped me a lot always to get everyone involved and to keep everyone involved. It's not necessarily a bad thing if priorities might change and ideas might change, initiatives might change, but you need to be aware of what's going on in the company and you need to collect it and monitor it and then bring it all together in the end. And then I also used to have group calls where I grouped together a set of ideas, initiatives that had some common topics, for example, and to catch up with everyone and report on progress of each of the initiatives and to support each other with everything we were doing. And of course, to have it all growing well, you need to care for everything. You are the person that provides water to the plants, or in the case of ideas and initiatives, the one who supports everything they do. You need to keep track of everything, and you need to support wherever you can. And then in the end, if everything goes well, if there's enough support, enough water and enough initiatives, you need to celebrate what you've done, because these projects go on top of the usual work that people do, and they are highly motivated for those. However, celebrating what they achieved is a great way to show appreciation to what they do. And if you are searching for ways on how to improve the sustainability of your company, you can have a look at my next video over there.